Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It's Saturday morning. I hope you are ready to have a good weekend. I hope your week was good. Our teacher for this week is Debbie Ford, and the title of today's message is Learn to Process Life as It Happens. It starts this way. Hey, Danae, good morning. Happy Saturday. Sunmuddy, good morning. Happy Saturday. Are you missing out on the beauty of today by wishing for tomorrow's happiness? We all get caught up in the whirlwind of life, constantly chasing the next big thing, the next milestone. It sometimes amazes me the extent to which we can be absent from our own lives because we're always wishing to be somewhere else. Debbie Ford says, when you are grounded in the present, when you are feeling your feelings, listening to your body, tasting your food, and expressing your ideas, then you don't build up toxicity. You digest your experience as you go. Anthony, good evening. It's good to see you, man. When we are present for every experience and not trying to be somewhere else, then we don't build up toxicity. We digest our experiences as we go. We can all learn to be more present in our lives, not turn away from experiences that are uncomfortable, not numb emotions that scare us, but live with our hearts wide open and learn that we can actually even process traumatic events as they happen when we are not trying to be somewhere else. As we get better at this, we learn that we can trust life. Debbie Ford says, when you learn that you can trust life, life will deliver treasures beyond your imagination. She says, do not wait another day to become fully engaged in your life. Learn to love and to forgive and to live with greater purpose and meaning. The last thought from Debbie Ford says, we are all stronger than we can ever imagine. Every choice matters, starting with today, and today I choose to live. Be right here, right now, experience life at full power. When I'm able to find happiness in whatever this day brings, I will know how to find it tomorrow and the next day too. But if happiness is around some elusive corner in the faraway future, then I'm unlikely to ever catch up to it. Sarah, very good morning. Michelle, good morning. Anne-Marie, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. So just before we get started, take a moment to think about this idea. Learn to process life as it happens. Often we experience things and we might get to a point where we realize we need to process these things we've experienced. To what extent can we do the processing in real time if we're not trying to be somewhere else while life happens to us? Today's meditation, of course, is a very, very simple exercise. It is simply paying attention to our physical senses. But it's a fundamentally important exercise because it helps us be present during every experience. So if you're ready, here we go. You can close your eyes and we'll start with the first few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you do, raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And as you release, let all of that go. With every exhale, soften your body. Soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. Our journey today is a journey of checking in with this body and feeling this body, and we'll start right now. With your next exhale, bring your attention to your forehead, the space between your eyes. Do you sometimes find yourself carrying a frown there? And in this moment, is your forehead completely softened? With your next exhale, bring your attention to the area in and around your mouth. Do you sometimes find yourself grinding your teeth? Or pressing your tongue hard against the roof of your mouth? Or your jaw muscles clenched tightly? And in this moment, have you completely softened there? With your next exhale, bring your attention to your shoulders. Do you sometimes find them pulled up high and tight, almost level with your ears? And in this moment, are you able to soften and have your shoulders hanging loosely off the sides of your body? With your next exhale, bring your attention to your stomach area, your ab muscles. This is the place where tension hides the most easily. In this moment, Are you able to completely soften there? With your next exhale, bring your attention to your butt cheeks. Are you clenching? Or have you softened? And lastly, bring your attention to your arms and legs, and specifically your hands. Do you sometimes find them balled into tight fists? And in this moment, are they loosely lying half open in your lap? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch and adjust and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles, going forward and to the left and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulder backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left, and also lean your upper body over to the right. Imagine for a moment a sunflower with its face turned towards the sun, gently swaying in the breeze. One more big breath in. As you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence as much as we are able to, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is a really good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breaths for a few short moments, followed by a long and slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale that you can. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body, and as you do, feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throats. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, take a moment to say hello to this body. Even wrap your arms around this body and say, hello body, it is really good to have you. Take your next big breath. Our journey of the senses starts at the top with what we can see and then works its way through our bodies. Our first stop is your eyes. For this exercise, we are not opening our eyes, we are keeping them closed. But as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, the question is, if you were to open your eyes, what would be the most obvious thing you would see in your room? And with your eyes closed, study this obvious thing. See it from all its angles, see all of its color, and study all of its texture. Take your next big breath. We're changing gears while we are still staying with what we can see. This time, as you take a deep breath and dive deep into you, you're searching around with your eyes closed for the least obvious object in your room. If you were to open your eyes, what would be the least obvious thing to see? As you take a deep breath, as you dive deep into you, use your mind to study this less obvious object from all of its angles, see all of its color, and find all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your eyes for the experience they provide you. We'll take a step down to your ears and what you can hear. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the most obvious sound that you can hear. And see if you can listen deeper into that obvious sound. Can you find different layers, different vibrations within that obvious sound? Take your next big breath. And then as you take a deep breath, dive deep inside, bring your attention to the least obvious sound that you can hear? Is there the faintest of whisper that you can just make out if you focus on it? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your ears for the experience they provide you. We're taking another step down, and for these next 2 stops, change your breathing to whatever works for you, whatever helps you experience smell and taste. The next stop is your nose. As you take a deep breath and dive deep inside, bring your attention to an obvious smell. Are you able to find an obvious smell right now? Take your next big breath. And then as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, is there any other smell that you can find? Anything besides the first obvious smell? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your nose for all of the experience that it provides you. We'll take another step downwards to your mouth and what you can taste. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, is there any obvious taste that you can find right now? Take your next big breath. And then with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, is it possible for you to find any other taste at all? Anything else that you can put your attention to? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your mouth and all of your taste buds for the experience that it provides you. We have one more stop, and that is the surface of your skin. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, find on the surface of your skin an area with the most obvious sensation. And as you take a deep breath and dive deep inside, see if you can describe to yourself all of the different pressures and sensations that you feel in that obvious spot. Take your next big breath. And then for one more time, shift your attention to an area of your skin where you can just feel the slightest sensation. Only just because you pay attention to it. Is it the tiniest piece of fabric touching your skin? Or is it the air touching your forehead or your cheek? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your skin for all of the experience it provides you. We'll take one more big breath of this phase together, slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. There are many different kinds of exercises like this one, and it's included in all kinds of different meditation. Bring your attention to your senses. Feel your senses. Come to your senses. The meaning of these kinds of exercises is never to ignore other things happening around you. Just pay attention to what you see and smell and taste. Why the exercise is helpful is I can only see and smell and taste what is in this moment. While I'm seeing and smelling and tasting, I'm not being anywhere else. I'm being here. And that is the purpose and the usefulness of an exercise like this, is to remind me to not try and be anywhere else, but be here. Because while I'm trying to be somewhere else, while life is happening here in this moment around me, while I'm trying to be somewhere else, I'm not processing what's happening right here. I'm absent from my life if I'm trying to be somewhere else. And it is amazing how much better we become at processing if we learn how to process in real time, how to feel exactly what I am feeling right now, how to speak what I am thinking right now. But when I'm trying to be somewhere else, then this always catches up to me, and I will always have to find some time in the future to do the processing that I could get better at doing from moment to moment, because I am in the moment and not trying to be somewhere else. I'll read to you Debbie Ford's message again. She says, when you are grounded in the present, feeling your feelings, listening to your body, tasting your food, and expressing your ideas, then you don't build up toxicity. You digest your experience as you go. She says, when you learn that you can trust life, life will deliver treasures beyond your imagination. And when we stop numbing, stop trying to avoid, when we get better at being inside of every moment, then we also do learn how to trust life when we're not trying to be somewhere else. Debbie Ford says, do not wait another day to become fully engaged in your life, to learn to love and to forgive and to live with greater purpose and meaning. And then the last thought from her says, we are all stronger than we ever imagined being. Every choice matters, starting with today, and today I choose to live. So choose to be here right now, and experience life at full power. It's not always easy. Sometimes we have to turn towards things that every cell in our body scream we want to run away from. But be here. Be right here, right now. Don't run, stay. Experience life at full power, and you too will learn that you are stronger than you ever thought possible. have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this body and all of its amazing sensory experiences. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to feel into every experience that this body has. Whether it's the 5 external senses or all of our inner senses. Take a deep breath in. Thank you specifically for learning that the harder the experience feels, the more that it feels like I need to look away or I need to run. Thank you for learning that, especially those when I'm able to stay and feel the experience, that is when I'm stepping into my full power and realize I'm stronger than I thought. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that I can actually process life as it happens. I can process life in the moment because I'm not trying to be somewhere else. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Good morning, Estelle. It's so good to see you. Hey, Vivian. Good morning. Hey, Pepe. Good evening to you. Thank you, Maggie. Have a beautiful Saturday. Thank you, Danae. San Marie Anthony. I'm trying to remember who else is there. Sarah. Have a beautiful weekend. Take a moment, your next moment, when you get up from your meditation right now, to do something that reminds you to be in this moment. Is it a cup of tea? Is it a cup of coffee? Is it something to bite into? Is it smelling the air outside? And can you build that into your day? Can you have moments in your day where you remind yourself to be here in this moment? Don't try and be somewhere else. Lots of love to you all. Have an awesome Saturday. Have a great weekend. Ciao, ciao.